In this video, I'm going to go through the long division method for doing polynomial division. This is not the method I've been using in this chapter, and so this video is really just for people who really want to use long division, either because you've seen it before and that's the one you feel comfortable with, or if you've been told that you need to use it at school, or for people who are just curious. So this is a completely optional video. If you like the grid method and you're comfortable with it, then you can skip over this. Feel free to stay if you're curious, but really if you're happy with the grid method, you don't need to watch this. But if you want to know about long division method, I'm going to go through loads of examples in this video. All right, so we're actually going to go through all of the same examples I went through earlier on in the video, so that will convince you hopefully that it works just as well. So in each case, I'm just going to use the long division method rather than the grid method. So given that x minus 2 is a factor of f of x, fully factorise it and hence solve f of x equals 0. So we're going to divide f of x by x minus 2. So here is how we set up a long division. A reminder, if we were doing long division with numbers, it would look like this. We would be saying, what is, I don't know, 105 divided by 7? It's this kind of thing. Okay, and then we're saying, well, how many times does 7 go into 10? Well, the biggest factor of 7 that goes into 10 is 7, and it goes in once. And then what's left over? Well, 7 minus 10 is 3. Drop the 5 down. How many times does 7 go into 35? It goes in exactly 5 times, so there's the answer. So that's the number version of long division. Here's the polynomial version. How many times does x minus 2 go into 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 7x plus 6. Keeping things in a neat column is pretty important in this topic, so I'm going to try to keep this very neat. So what do I need to multiply x by to get 2x cubed? That's the first question I ask. I always look at the leading terms and think, what do I need to multiply my leading term by here to get to my leading term of the thing I'm considering? Well, it's 2x squared. I'm going to put that in the x squared column up here, 2x squared. Now I multiply 2x squared by both of the terms here. So that's 2x cubed, 2x squared times 2 times x, and 2x squared times negative 2 is minus 4x squared. I then do a subtraction, just like I did 10 minus 7 here. So 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is 0. Good, that's the whole point. And minus 9x squared minus 4x squared is negative 9x squared plus 4x squared, which is minus 5x squared. Drop the next term down, just like we dropped the 5 down here. What do I need to multiply x by to get minus 5x squared? It's minus 5x. So multiply minus 5x by x and I get minus 5x squared. And minus 5x times minus 2 is 10x. Do a subtraction again. Minus 5x squared minus 5x squared is 0, that's the point. And 7x minus 10x is minus 3x. Drop the next term down. What do I need to multiply x by to get minus 3x? It's minus 3. Multiply minus 3 by that and I get minus 3 times x is minus 3x, and minus 3 times minus 2 is 6. When I do this subtraction here, I get a 0. That means that I have no remainder. So f of x divided by x minus 2 is 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So that means that f of x is x minus 2 times 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. And if we were going to solve that equals 0, which we're asked to, we'd just fully factorise. Now, because this video is in danger of getting quite long, I'm just going to go over this stuff pretty quickly. But in order to get this factorised nicely, what's it going to be? It's going to be minus 3 there and plus 1 there, because minus 6x plus x is minus 5x, and 1 times minus 3 is minus 3. So apologies for rushing that, but you know how to solve quadratics. So the solution to this is x equals 2 or minus a half from this bracket, or 3 from this bracket. Okay, another example. Okay, so given that x minus 3 is a factor of f of x, fully factorised. So in this one, the columns are super important. X minus 3, we're going to divide our x cubed minus x squared. Okay, leave a gap, and in fact, I'd even write 0x here, minus 18. So that's a slightly weird thing, but it's useful to keep the columns really perfect. So if you have no x's, write 0x. Okay, what do I multiply x by to get x cubed? It's x squared. So I must have x squared here. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times minus 3x is, sorry, minus 3 is minus 3x squared. Subtract. These ones disappear. Negative x squared minus minus 3x squared is 2x squared. Drop the next term down. Now, what do I need to multiply x by to get 2x squared? It's 2x. So I've got 2x squared, and 2x times minus 3 is minus 6x. Subtract. These two disappear, and there's nothing. Minus minus 6x is 6x. Drop the negative 18 down. What do I need to multiply x by to get 6? It is 6. And when I multiply 6 by that, I get 6x minus 18. Nothing left over, so there's no remainder. And that means that f of x equals x minus 3 times the quadratic at the top, x squared plus 2x plus 6. Now, actually, if I'm solving this equals 0, this is a bit of a quirky one, because of course I get x equals 3, but in fact there are no solutions to this. You can't factorise this, and the discriminant is negative. Back in the earlier on in the chapter, when I go through this example using grid method, I explain in more detail about that. But if you work out the discriminant here, I think you get negative 20, and since that's negative, this one gives you no further solutions. Next example. Okay, divide this quartic by x plus 1. All right, so same thing, x plus 1. And what is it? It's 2x to the 4 minus 7x cubed plus 4x squared plus 7x minus 6. Okay, so what do I multiply x by to get 2x to the 4? It is 2x cubed. So I'll put that in my x cubed column. Multiply that by that, and I get 2x to the 4. Multiply that by that, and I get 2x cubed. Subtract. That minus that cancels. Negative 7x minus 2x is minus 9, all x cubes, is minus 9x cubed. Drop the next term down. What do you need to multiply x by to get minus 9x cubed? It's minus 9x squared. So minus 9x squared times x is minus 9x cubed, and minus 9x squared times 1 is minus 9x squared. Subtract. The first two cancel as always. 4x squared minus minus 9x squared is 13x squared. Drop my next term down. What do you need to multiply x by to get 13x squared? It's 13x. 13x times x is 13x squared. 13x times 1 is 13x. Subtract. These two cancel. 7x minus 13x is minus 6x. Drop the next term down. What do I need to multiply x by to get minus 6x? It's minus 6. Minus 6 times x is minus 6x, and minus 6 times 1 is minus 6. And these match up, giving us a remainder of 0. So we have fully divided f of x by x plus 1, and what have we got? We've got 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 13x minus 6. Now, I didn't say solve anything or do anything further, so that is our answer. One more example. Okay, 2x to the 4 minus 7x cubed plus 4x squared plus 7x minus 6, and given that x squared minus x minus 2 is a factor, fully factorised. So we can divide by quadratics as well. So this is going to be a bit of a monster of a division, but it's our last example, so we can use all of our last remaining energy to do this. So my thing I'm dividing by 2x to the 4 minus 7x cubed plus 4x squared plus 7x minus 6. Okay, what do I need to multiply x squared by to get 2x to the 4? Well, it's 2x squared, so that goes up in my x squared column here. 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the 4. 2x squared times minus x is minus 2x cubed. 2x squared times minus 2 is minus 4x squared. Subtract all of this. The first two cancel as always. Negative 7x cubed minus minus 2x cubed is minus 5x cubed. 4x squared minus minus 4x squared is 8x squared. And we drop the next term down. Okay, what do you need to multiply minus x squared by to get minus 5x cubed? It's minus 5x. So multiply minus 5x by all of this, and we get minus 5x cubed plus 5x squared plus 10. Subtract. These cancel. 8x squared minus 5x squared is 3x squared. 7x minus 10, oops, I forgot my x here, is minus 3x, and drop the last term down, minus 6. What do you multiply x squared by to get 3x squared? It's 3. Multiply 3 by this expression, and I get 3x squared minus 3x minus 6. All of this cancels, no remainder. And just to point out, if you'd got a number there, that would be your remainder. But no remainder means it goes perfect, it fits in perfectly. That means that f of x is x squared minus x minus 2 multiplied by the stuff I've got at the top, the quotient, 2x squared minus 5x plus 3. Okay, we can factorise this further because that first quadratic factorises as x minus 2, x plus 1, and the next one factorises as x minus 1, 2x minus 3. Apologies for rushing, but otherwise this video will get unbelievably long. Yeah, 2x squared minus 2x minus 3x is the minus 5x, and minus 1 times minus 3 is plus 3. Okay, there it is, fully factorised. So the solutions to where f of x equals 0 is from this factor, x could be 2, from this factor, x could be negative 1, from this factor, x is 1, and from this factor, x would be 3 over 2. All right, well done if you got through all of those examples. I hope you found it useful if you are going to use a long division. You might want to consider also doing grid method. So if you're totally committed to long division, that's fine, but if not, maybe you want to learn grid method as well. All right, that concludes this chapter on polynomial division. I hope you found it useful. It's going to crop up again in year 13, but for now we leave it, and I'll see you in the next chapter.